We sippin' slow, post some more. Yeah, we just sippin' slow. Lean, crush. We sippin' slow.
Hey y'all, thank you for sipping it slow. If you're new here, thank you for coming through here, y'all. And if you keep supporting and showing me love, I really appreciate you. It's working. My watch hours are going up so high. I appreciate you so much. Y'all might hear the garbage truck outside because they coming to get the garbage. All right. I want to address relationships that have arguments all the time. All right. Okay, if you keep arguing about the same thing over and over again, the real issue hasn't been dealt with. Either you don't fully understand the root cause or you know exactly what it is but refuse to change it. Okay? Until you face the truth, nothing will get better. Arguments should evolve. Um, if you're still fighting about the same thing over and over, it means you haven't reached the core of the problem. Growth means new mistakes, not repeating old ones. Like the Honorable Nuri Muhammad say, uh, different mistake next time. Okay, can't keep making the same mistakes. Not repeating the old ones is what needs to be done to fix the arguments. All right, a lot of people have personal issues they're not willing to fix. It's not that they can't, it's that they don't want to. Some behaviors become so familiar, so comfortable, that changing feels harder than staying stuck. But that comfort is what's keeping the arguments alive. Okay? It keeps it alive. You're not arguing because the situation is impossible. You're arguing because you won't let go of the habits causing the problem. Okay? And the change is impossible to you. The truth is many people could avoid arguments altogether if they were willing to change one major flaw within themselves. One shift in mindset, one decision to grow, and the entire pattern will break. It will break. But some behaviors feel too good or too easy to give up. So instead of evolving, people cling to what's familiar, even when it's destructive. As long as you're attached to those patterns, the same arguments will keep showing up. Okay? And you can't get mad at the person because they keep arguing about the same thing that you know you need to fix. Oh, I'm tired of arguing about that. You keep saying the same thing. Well, you keep doing the same thing. So it's going to keep happening. We're going to keep arguing about it because it's a major flaw in your character. Nothing changes until you do. You don't need new words. You need a new mindset. Arguments repeat because people stay the same. Eventually, something has to click. The moment your adult mind takes over, the version of you that's honest, self aware, and willing to grow, being conscious, that's it. The cycle stops. Until then, you'll keep fighting the same battles, not because you have to, but because you're too attached to the version of you that keeps it going. Keep it going. The problem isn't always the situation, y'all. It's the behavior you're attached to. You hold on to it so tightly that you'd rather keep arguing than admit it's time to change. And until your maturity catches up, because this is some grown boy stuff or some grown girl stuff, if it's a girl, if it's a female. Okay? And until your maturity catches up with you, until you decide to outgrow that pattern, you'll keep going in circles, round and round. Because the issue was never really about them. It's about the part of you that refuses to evolve, all right? Okay? So stop making excuses to why we argue all the time. She always say that. He always say this. Okay? A lot of times in relationships, people always do what's right for them when it's a we thing, okay? When you in a relationship, everything that you do should say, is this good for us? And if it's not, you suffer. Like Betty Wright say, no pain, no gain. Okay? Anything in your life, if you want it, you gotta go through something. If you want a degree, you gotta go through hours and hours of school. If you want a car, you gotta stop spending. If you want to pay it off, if you want money, you can't spend. You gotta stop going to the store and get extra cheese and restaurants and get extra food. You have to be very disciplined. Okay, in relationships, you have to be like that too. If you want a great relationship, it takes discipline in relationship areas. Okay, so if you want a relationship, you know what it takes to have a relationship, and it's gonna be discipline. You know, where you can't do non-relationship things. Okay, you can't go out all night and hang out. Okay, because that's not a relationship thing if y'all can't do it together. When you are together, it's two people together. That's why it's called together. Everything you do has to reflect on the relationship. If you out by yourself, because a lot of people know how to fake so hard when they in a relationship and they with their partner, but when they by themselves, they bend the corner, anything, they all undisciplined. They don't show no signs that they in a relationship. They extra friendly, doing stuff that they wouldn't do if they woman or their man was there. Okay? And some, let's talk about the ones that do it while their man and their woman is there. Okay? And you care about the other person that you interacting with more than the person that you're gonna spend the rest of your life with. You know, if it doesn't work for the relationship, and if it ain't, everything you're doing isn't about y'all and how she would feel or how he would feel, then you are in a relationship with yourself and not nobody else. And this is why people stay single, because they be like, well, they gonna have to accept me for who I am. But you ain't by yourself now. Unless you want to be by yourself. Every decision that you make in life have to be about your wife or your husband, if that's what you want. Because if you acting like you don't want no wife and husband, you won't have one. And you'll continue this destructive pattern until you realize that in order to have a relationship, I have to act relationshiply. Okay? All right. Well, I love you all. I appreciate you all for coming through. Make sure you like and subscribe. I need 100 of y'all to look at like 10 of my long videos. That's always subscribe to me. I really appreciate it if you do that. Okay. Please put on your post notifications, like I said, so you can get updates on when I post. All right. I love you. I appreciate you. And thank you so much for sipping it slow. All right.